often the signals that I personally love looking at, and the rest of the canine team does as well, because they're on Twitter or on X. When you're scrolling, you see influencers say post charts and analyses on, oh, it looks like this line on a chart is being hit and this coin may go up. But I've always found, just being in the industry for a while, that those signals of what large money is doing, especially in Bitcoin. When you look at miner activity, I've found that can be a very predictive variable into how the price of Bitcoin may go. So it was just a very interesting insight that right now it's cheaper to purchase Bone than it is to sign a checkpoint. And what can happen with that is that people who are signing checkpoints don't want to sell their Bone. They want to buy more and DCA or hold at the very least, and that can create a bit of a supply shock. And we would be very happy from the canine perspective if that were to happen, given that we're bringing so much utility to Bone. We're very long Bone. We're one of the largest net buyers of Bone over the course of the last 4 to 6 months. And it would be very, very healthy for the canine product, and of course the canine treasury as well, to have that happen. And we're here to continue supporting.
Some of the only people that are more excited about Bone are currently in our whale group using the liquid staking products. So if it's not us, then we've been surrounded by those people. That's the goal, is to get them all on the same boat and start rowing in the same direction. So those are good points.
Yeah, definitely. And in our whale chat, there's been such great discussion as to how people are maximizing their rewards using canine as well. Many people who are canine whales have also started to accumulate very large bags of bone as well, just because not only can you get, I believe it's just around 30% APR for locking your canine for up to a year. You can also get close to a 30% APR if you're just depositing bone to canine bone and getting in the boneyard staking farm. So there's a good opportunity there that our whales have identified, and there's been really great brainstorming within that chat as well as to how we get that messaging out to more bone holders. Turtle actually came up with an amazing marketing idea that's still being explored by our team. On DBank, you can actually create a profile there, which he's done, and do really, really interesting queries or surrounding bone holders. Well, any token holder, really. You can search for people's DBank profiles that maybe hold more than $5,000 or $10,000 worth of bone. And they've created this very interesting, almost like an email marketing system where with you can set a price to send these wallets messages via DBank, and these messages are definitely checked. Shima has one of the top wallets on DBank, just in terms of his DeFi activity and the amount of transactions and things that he's doing, and he is an avid DBank messaging user. He responds to them, and he actually makes money on it because people want to reach out to him for advice or things like that, because they see that his wallet is so active. And so that's just a good case study that people who are very active in DeFi check their DBank messages. So Turtle has identified that we could do a campaign where we're sending messages to large bone holder wallets to make them aware of what Canine has built, and that there's an opportunity that exists here. And the great thing about what he's found is that unlike traditional email marketing plans, you basically put in an offer, say it's $1, to send the message to somebody, and they only get that dollar if they read the message or respond to the message. I'm not sure which one, but something really interesting to explore as we start to transition into a phase of growth versus a phase of really just describing what we're going to be building. And I think everyone in our community is very excited to now be in a growth phase rather than a talk about what we're going to do in the future phase.
That's a great catch, Turtle. Thinking about outside the box marketing using DBank specifically like that. Is that something you use as well? How did you come across it?
Yeah, I'm like one of these DeFi degens that we're looking for, right? Like I come from ETH, but I've been yield farming and stuff like that for years. And when I'm looking for opportunity, these are the places I go. And then it just occurred to me, well, this is this is where K9 needs to be prominent then. So we'll see how it goes, but we're definitely making moves in the right direction there, I think.
You know, it'd also be a move in the right direction. Signing up for forum.k9finance.com. Have you been to the forums? Turtles worked really hard, and we need at least one sign up every Thursday. Forum.k9finance.com. Your source for DAO related discussion and information. Sign up today.
That's better than most professional news channels get. Like, I appreciate that.
Bro,
No, the forums have been a little quiet in the last week, with product launch, but there are some pretty significant proposals coming. So, if you're listening and you're interested in being involved or providing feedback, et cetera, definitely suggest you sign up and participate. Big decisions that involve everybody here are being made. And, in order to have your voice heard, you have to be on the forum.
ooh, I like that. In order to have your voice heard, you have to be on the forum. It's election season, you guys. You want to go get your itchy trigger finger ready. Go get your forum posts in. Go read. Go leave your feedback. Remember to keep checking in. Just because things are live doesn't mean the forums aren't active, and I appreciate that. Remember, if anybody signs up today, check in for double bonus points on Thursday when you sign up, and be sure to tip your waitress. Funk, I've got a little bit of extra time here. What have you been up to this week? Because they're talking about Bitcoin, and I love macro talk and stuff like that. Is there anything that had your attention this week that you might interest us in?
Well, I feel a little bit like I don't know how to describe it. Like if you've been like beaten so many times, you just kind of like learn to like your abuser or something like that. But when it comes to the Bitcoin macro markets, it's been absolutely well for Bitcoin in particular. It's been great. It's been a great market, but for the altcoins, it's just all-time low after all-time low, and I'm finally seeing reversal. I'm finally seeing ETH outperform Bitcoin for the first time in ages. So I would like to see that trend continue because that would signal an altcoin market when ETH dominance is outpacing Bitcoin. I think those are some of the indicators that might lead to that. I'm an ETH maxi. Obviously, Bitcoin is the OG and controls the market. But when it comes to functionality and what I've been building my career on, it's been based on the tech that was, enabled and created by Vitalik and the Ethereum network. So let's just say I'm really happy that to see ETH finally pumping, and it's kind of changed my mind. But again, I'm tepid because of election season and volatility. And are we truly in an upward bullish cycle? I don't know. But what I am excited for is, hey, my bone holdings are up, my canine holdings are up, my ship holdings are up, and next week is going to be a pretty special week for canine, as well as CoinMerch. Actually, this is kind of serendipitous that I chose to use this profile picture. So looking forward to some announcements next week that should be coming out here. We're pretty excited about it. So that's it from me. But excited to see a little hope in the market. Hopium.
It's nice to see a little altcoin action for me, and I hadn't heard anyone mention this yet. CZ gets out of jail in 3 days. Papa ZZ, please come pump my B&Bs again. I held them the whole time. I was a good boy. I need you to come out of prison and save me.
Wait, you're still you didn't liquidate all your finance
No,
assets?
I'm too dumb to die, bro. You don't even know the detriment of these diamond hands. I'd sink to the bottom of the sea. I'm so stupid. I'm excited to have him come out. I'm not actually so stupid that I think he's gonna revolutionize crypto or anything. But I think
No,
things.
man, we need. You know what? He's been a force for good in DeFi, I think, in my opinion. So having him back out is maybe just another catalyst, just another
Yes,
piece of wood on the fire that's going to burn the biggest bull market we've ever seen, or not.
nature is healing. Nature is healing is what I was going to go with. He's got to transition from CEO to KOL because now,
Dude,
he can't run
if he
anything.
becomes a
He's got an ankle
DeFi,
monitor on.
if he becomes a DeFi KOL, that would be an amazing turn of events. That'd be hilarious.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. He's going to be DJing at the next party I go to, and I'm going to be like, son of a bitch, this is no good. Anyway, it's the Steve Aoki top signal is what I'm worried about. CZ becoming something like Steve Aoki. But I digress. Welcome to Shane's weird corner, Pulse Digital's round corner. But that'll be it. I'll go ahead and wrap up on that funny point. We'll all get our cakes ready for ZZ. I'll have the memes ready by the time we come back around and we can celebrate together. This has been a good one, you guys. We had a whole week between now and going live. The numbers are up, which is something we're all interested in.